back with episode 22, I think.
Maybe.
23. I don't know.
Probably 23.
I'm still thinking about the koalas.
I know. That's funny. Ugh.
Koalas are infested with chlamydia and death.
Just the way it said "and death."
And
They're infected.
they
with
have pink
death.
eye, chlamydia, and death.
Like, duh.
Koalas are death.
I just hate when I get infected with death.
Yeah. How many? This kind of happened because Nathaniel's saying that he might eventually study abroad in Australia. Got to talking about all the things.
Low key.
Yeah. So we got to talking about all the things that can kill you in Australia. I wonder how many people have been killed by koalas.
Probably. They're very scrappy.
How many?
Like honey badgers. They're like honey badgers of Australia.
Well, they don't really attack humans. Honey badgers are just awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
I want an army of honey badgers.
you'd
Actually, there's like
win.
this one guy on Instagram. He has like 3 pet honey badgers, and they're so sweet to him.
Aw.
Well, they're also.
I want a pet otter.
Me too.
Yes, pet otter.
Forever.
That one girl with the pet otter. Actually, I want her more than the otter.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know why you follow her. She bad, in the words of a man.
How many people? They won't give me how
No
many.
homo.
I know what that otter's doing.
There's a koala conspiracy out there because it's only telling me how many people have killed koalas.
Secretly undercover.
I don't know, but yes, I want pet otter. I think it's no, you can't have one. Actually, no. You can sometime. I think you can have a permit to have a pet otter in Virginia. I think.
Makes sense.
I know in some places you can just have a pet otter.
I mean, yeah. And they say we have them around here.
I see them a lot. We have them a lot in our. Well, we didn't have too many this past summer, but the summer before that we had a lot.
You might have one less if I see one.
I think
Might
there
come
was.
home with me.
I think they had like a little den or something in our creek at one point because there was an area across the creek that they kept on swimming to. So they had a little den at some point.
They're coming out with an otter Lego.
I did see that.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna have someone buy it for me.
Where's the otter nest? Some go.
Oh.
Why would you do that to the coal?
Maybe some.
Not to the otters.
The host would not like that.
No.
The husband not like it if I killed their pets for real.
No, the host would not.
You would never get huzz again.
Yeah, you'd be.
You'd be huzzless.
I'm gonna steal one of the babies. But it's even a pet. You know what I mean?
I mean, it won't remember its parents. I mean,
As far as it'll
it's
know,
like
you're the parent.
Moses.
Yes, exactly.
It's like Moses.
I'm like need help caring for my baby otter BTW.
Yeah, single father. Raising a pet otter alone.
Nathaniel, why is there a line of girls outside our door?
They're interviewing for the position of mother to otter.
When did you get an otter?
Stepmom.
Stepmom.
Wow.
Mm.
What a time.
No, but they're so cute.
They are precious.
I think there's a lot of people, seems like in Japan, that have them.
Fascinating.
Yeah, but they have like a smaller version. It's like it looks like the river, like our river otter, but it's like half the size.
Interesting.
This will only take one round.
Nathaniel, we want to keep the otters. We like the otters. Otters are our
Otters
friends.
are friends, not.
Do it to the koalas.
We had the koala.
They'll infect the world with chlamydia. The
That's
otters
crazy.
did nothing wrong.
Yeah, that's true. The otters are marked safe.
Freaking Bonnie Blue koalas.
Anywho,
Yeah.
today we're kind of going over a bit. Well, it was your idea, so you explain. what's
Yeah.
going on.
So in church a few weeks ago, we were given homework to go home and read through this part of Romans 12 and basically figure out, notate what you do well and notate what you don't do well. And the title of this passage is Marks of the True Christian. Should I read through the whole thing now?
Yours is Marks of the True Christian. Mm-hmm. Mine says Love in Action.
Oh, interesting.
Like under.
Like there.
Yeah, mine's.
That's funny. I've heard of this passage called like marks of a Christian or marks of a true Christian before. That's interesting. I don't know, different translations.
Yeah.
But
I
that's what it's called in my book.
guess we can read over it all first, and then we can go verse by verse and dissect.
Yeah. All right. I'll read it.
Okay.
Let love be genuine, hate what is evil, hold fast to what is good. Love one another with mutual affection, outdo one another in showing honor, do not lag in zeal, be ardent in spirit. Serve the Lord, rejoice in hope, be patient in affliction, persevere in prayer, contribute to the needs of saints, pursue hospitality to strangers. Bless those who persecute you, bless and do not curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another, do not be arrogant, but associate with the lowly. Do not claim to be wiser than you are. Do not repay anyone evil for evil, but take thought for what is noble in sight of all. If it is possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all. Beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave room for the wrath of God, for it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. Instead, if your enemies are hungry, feed them. If they are thirsty, give them something to drink. For by doing this, you will heap burning coals over their head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. That's Romans 12, 9 through 21.
Mm-hmm. So I guess from here we'll kind of just go verse by verse and just dissect and just give our raw opinions and thoughts on them. So starting at verse 9, mine of course is a little bit different from yours, just in a couple small things, but still the same thing comes across.
Yeah.
Starting at verse 9, love must be sincere, hate what is evil, cling to what is good. I think that's pretty
Yeah.
simple. I mean, we've had many discussions about hating what is evil, hanging on to what's good, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and I think with the let love be genuine, it's kind of like don't be performative in your doing good deeds. Like the
Yeah.
verse out of Matthew that's like, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. It's kind of like, don't show love for the sake of looking like you love, you know.
Or even like the what is it? One of the Jesus's parables, I think, was also in Matthew. The one with like the widow, the prayer of the widow, or something like that. Like the priest is all like showboating what he's praying about, and it's giving a lot, but the woman only gives like a single coin. And
Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly.
kind of like showboating, or even just down to like what Jesus talks about prayer. It's like how like some are very performative in their prayers, and they're making sure that everyone knows that they're fasting, or this, that, and the other, and making a big scene when like in reality, like go to your room, close the door, and talk to your Father in heaven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True.
Nathaniel, you got any thoughts on that first verse? I said we can actually hand out these, because actually
I know, we got,
one of our church members decided to print these out.
and there's a bunch of them up there.
There's a bunch of them. There you go, Nathaniel. Hand these out to people at school or something. Oh, these are nice the way they're printed too. It's
Yeah.
nice material.
They're good.
It's almost like it's not paper. It is laminated. Of course it is, because it's Roxy.
Oh, laminated?
Yeah, it was like that banner-ish material.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that
It's
is.
not paper.
It's cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like that. They look really good.
Yeah, but Nathaniel, got any thoughts on that first?
It's about sincerity and insincerity.
Yeah.
I think being a good person, like being with God, is a lot of times just about being genuine and being real. I saw a video where a guy was like, the closer you get to God, the farther you get away from religion.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get that, but I think what that means is you shouldn't be like, hey, I don't want to commit this sin because it's a sin.
Mhm.
I want to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Obviously, that should be like a motivating factor because like we don't want to go to hell,
Yeah.
but you should want to do it because you want to be with God, and you know that sin is bad because it takes you away from God.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of things that are like a sin, but if you do them in a different way, it's not a sin, and that's not
Yeah.
because it's like you're getting away from the rules. It's because you're doing it with
With the
good
right,
intentions.
yeah, the right intentions. Like you could like look at marriage,
Yeah.
sex before marriage, for example. Like they are like it's Sex is not a bad thing. God created that for a reason, not just for procreation, so that man and woman can be one flesh, but it's not supposed to be done over and over with someone else. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
so kind of yeah,
True.
because the enemy perverts good into evil. A lot of things that the devil has perverted, like they started off as something good, something holy, but like found a way to twist them. Everything
True.
has a double edge, but yeah.
Facts.
But I think the last thing I really have on that is kind of just having a disdain though for what is evil, especially like I don't know with our phones and everything, things we see on the daily. It's so easy to be sucked in by certain things or to be drawn in by certain things, but especially with everything that's going around today, it's kind of easy, I guess maybe to blend certain things in together and we don't realize maybe evil's first, but really putting that Christian lens on and having God guide you through what you see and what you hear, kind of realizing truly what truly is right and wrong,
Yeah.
I should say. But yeah.
True.
All right, well, I think we did good on that. We'll go to verse 10. Be devoted to one another in love, honor one another above yourselves. I think that kind of goes over a bit, kind of what we were talking before. But yeah, kind of like not showboating yourself at all.
Yeah, and remembering that, we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. We're all equal
Yeah.
in God's eyes.
Like, I don't know. In the sense of this, like, none of us are greater than the other. Like, we've all committed sin. Wages of sin is death. I mean, our punishment should be all equal. So, in God's eyes, like, yeah, no one's greater than the other, no matter how righteous or just one may try and portray themselves to be.
Right. Exactly.
Daniel, any thoughts on that one?
Uh,
Kind of.
I think that one explains itself.
Mm-hmm.
What book in the Bible is that? I think I was reading it last night.
Romans.
Yeah. So
Yep. That's the one.
That's it.
That's her.
All right, let's go to verse 11 then. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor, serving the Lord. Yeah. So kind of just being proud in God, like holding Him close, but yeah, holding your faith and your relationship with God in high regard.
Mm-hmm. Doing everything, for God also.
Like being like not being ashamed of it. Like the whole point of zeal is like being proud for whatever that you believe in. Like one shows great zeal for their country or their nation, or and in this case, like having like not being ashamed of being a Christian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. So go to verse 12 then, unless you got anything to say on that, Nathaniel.
well, if everything we're doing is for God,
Yeah.
then that means also that it can not be for God. And
Yeah.
there's- Like I'm not talking about a genuine good thing that you do, but if you're living your life with zeal,
Yeah.
and you have to direct that.
I mean, there's been many people who have come along and said, like, oh, I'm doing this for God, when it's in fact the complete opposite of what He had commanded. Some people try and pervert it and twist it to what their own ideals are or what they truly think.
But in the
Whatever
end,
they
it's
want, yeah.
only to themselves that they're lying.
Exactly. And then, yeah.
True.
It's very good.
Very true.
All right, we'll go to verse 12 then. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. So kind of be, I think actually that kind of reminds me of one of our older lessons. It was like before we were filming, I think. I think it was like the original faith lesson. Kind of like talks about faith, but like we hope because we have faith.
Yeah.
Like we have hopes for, like, for example, just the return of Jesus. We have hopes for the things that God will do in our lives. because of faith, and like we should be joyful in that, knowing like hoping that these things will happen because we know that they're gonna happen.
Exactly.
It's kind of hope, kind of without hope, 'cause hope's kind of like almost guessing and wishing in a way. But in this case, like our hope is certain. Like we know that this will.
What's the
Happen.
verse? It's hope. No, it's what is it? It's like faith is the assurance of things hoped for.
Yep.
It's something like
That's
that.
where I'm getting it from, because that was one of the main verses I went over in that lesson. Yeah.
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 That is true.
I think it was in Hebrews.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Somewhere in
I think you're right.
Hebrews. Let's see if I can.
Yeah.
I feel like say
Faith is
Hebrews.
the assurance of things hoped for.
I want to say Hebrews 4, but I
The-
could be
The
wrong.
conviction of things not seen.
I bet you I may have highlighted it. I wonder if I did highlight it. I don't know.
Something like that. Something like that. It's the assurance. Faith is the assurance.
Let's see. Or maybe in 6. Wait a minute.
I found it.
Oh,
It's Hebrews 11.
Hebrews 11.
Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen.
Yes.
Yeah. That's true, but it's like we have a hope that is seen. Like we will see it. And
Yeah, like we
will
know
see
that like it will happen.
it. Yeah, exactly. Confident.
According to God's will. But yeah.
Exactly. Very true. Be patient in affliction. I think that is probably the hardest one.
Yeah.
Patient in affliction.
Yeah, because I mean, especially like when something bad happens or calamity strikes, your main number one thought is like, why?
Yeah,
Like,
you
why
want to
did
place
this
blame.
have to happen? Why to me, or so on and so forth. But
Yep.
kind of being at peace, knowing like, hey, like, yeah, this sucks, but this had to happen for a reason, and things will turn around.
Exactly. Exactly. Applying that same hope.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it really does mirror
Yeah.
each other. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, y'all are right. It does like mirror it.
Mm-hmm.
If something that bad is gonna happen to you, then that means that something good is gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can only you can only go up.
Exactly. That is very true.
Indeed. All right. So verse 13. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. So kind of like being on the lookout for your fellow man, being there for when somebody needs you, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Being able to be hospitable to people without knowing a single thing about them.
Yeah.
That's a very difficult thing to do, especially this day and age, because you're so scared of people.
Yeah, and like everyone's very, yeah,
But
a lot of trust issues these days.
it is. My friend and I were talking about it the other day, and, just about, like, people that are, born different, because she works with special needs kids, and
Yeah.
we're talking about how, people are just very discriminatory these days.
Yeah,
And at the end of the day, we're all people.
and then
We just need to
also
be
like,
nice.
yeah,
A little
Mm.
kindness goes a long way. Not to sound
Yeah.
like a softie.
yeah. But then also like my thoughts also go with like heavily. Whenever I think of something like isn't giving to the needy, but then you also have like the other way around, where like you have the people on the side of the road who are trying to scam you.
Yes.
Always.
Right. That is true.
Like people who literally make a living out of pretending to be poor to
Yeah.
gain. I think there's like one couple who made like, I don't know, like $100,000.
It's terrible. Yeah, that makes it really hard to follow this kind of thing, because it's
Yeah.
like you see them and at face value you want to take them for what
Yeah.
they are, but it's like you have to use your discernment and be like, well,
Yeah.
she has $200 shoes on. I don't think that they're really suffering that bad.
Yeah.
Just sad, but
But it's, yeah, kind of like looking through a lens of like, okay, knowing like, and sometimes it is like, sometimes you really have to come in those situations with a quick break and like, okay, let me
yeah.
see through and like is this person actually in need? It's something like a bad way to put it, but like, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, even like I've seen a lot of people or know a lot of people that they won't give them money, but they'll give them food.
Yeah.
You know, and that's still something people can always use
For
food.
my mom, she would get she would have like Chick-fil-A gift card. She would give out a gift
Yeah.
card.
That's smart.
Chick-fil-A.
That's smart.
But then it's also, and then also in some cases where it is someone who really is like down on the luck, someone who is homeless, like sometimes in situations like that, or like times that I find myself in when I've been in those situations, kind of like I feel like like, okay, this person may be putting this money towards bad use, but like saying a prayer for like, hope that they find a way out of it, and then also
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. That is true. Very true.
Then you get anything on that one?
No, I haven't got it.
Yeah. The only thing the thing that automatically comes to mind, because I was facing this situation once. It was one time I was coming back from electrical school up in Richmond. There was this Wawa that I'd always go to on my way back, just get a cup of coffee, because I'm going from Richmond all the way back here, and it's late. But there was one time I'm filling up. I see this one guy walking up, like, oh no, please no, let's not be what I think it is. And like I was kind of like thinking, like, no, I don't want this. He comes up, he's like, yeah, like I'm on a long road trip and I need some gas and whatnot. I'm going all the way. I'm like, oh, and I felt God call me, like, help this dude out.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll help you. He only asked for 5 gallons, but I was being generous and I filled up his tank. But I got to talking to him and I'm like, okay, yeah, like where are you going? He's like, oh, I just got moved here from France. I have my little he had his I think he was like 2 years old son in the back seat. I could see him back. I'm like, okay, like he has a kid. He's like, yeah, no, I'm on my way down to Georgia. I'm going in for a job interview for some mechanical job that he had lined up. I'm like, so like kind of after doing that, I'm like, okay, like I know I did that for a good reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, in a lot of those situations, you know, you are put there for a very specific reason to help
Yeah.
these people out, and it is
Yeah.
important to pray
And I hope
about
that
it.
I got to talk to him. I'm like, oh man, like again, got talking about France because I knew like France ain't in a good spot right now. I'm like, yeah, no, I bet you're really happy to get out of there, and he's relieved to get out of there into like our great country and a great land of opportunity. I'm like, and
Yep.
like, yeah, I remember. I'm like, I still every now and then I still think I'm like, yeah, I hope he did get that job, and I hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
That's true.
Alrighty, now to verse 14. Bless those who persecute you, bless and do not curse. Well, that's definitely one that's kind of going up more and more even these days. It's kind of like, it's happened to us for so long, but at some point, like there is like a breaking point, and I feel like that's kind of the state of the world that we're in now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like remembering is it like if God could if God gave you the chance to be with Him, and He will or has or will do the same for them who are coming after you, and kind of remembering that, like, kind of how Richard was talking about this morning about truly the sacrifice of Jesus is actually a lesson I want to do eventually. I already thought of it. It's called like We Are All Barabbas.
Yeah.
Kind of in the sense of how like, yeah, we're all guilty of sin. We're all guilty of like the same punishment, but Christ came down for us to
Yeah.
free us all equally.
That's true. I had seen I think it was a TikTok once, and it was talking about like, you know, every time we commit sin, we're re-crucifying Jesus, basically.
I heard of that before, yeah.
And it's kind of that verse is, you know, He has blessed us. You know,
Yeah,
our
like,
sins were paid for, and
He
we
is-
still continue to persecute.
Yeah.
Essentially.
or yeah, well, no, we're not the ones persecuting there.
Well,
Well, yeah, we do too sometimes. Yeah.
when we continually sin, it's
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh
it's
no.
like the
oh,
same
oh,
kind
oh
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no. But I think the main point of that is kind of like bless those who persecute you, because like how Jesus equally died for you and me for our sins. Like He did the same for them, and they had the opportunity to come to Him.
Right. That's true.
Kind of in the sense of before, how like you're not greater than the next man with you.
Yeah, and you know how powerful it would be, like, to be someone who is persecuting somebody else, and the person that you're hurting is just meets you with grace and kindness. Like, that's got to be such a crazy thing, but I know it happens.
Well, that goes back to not last week, but the last lesson, I was talking about the one hymn of the tribe where there was the man went to a village, shared the word of Christ, chief of the tribe, didn't like what he was saying, had him killed, rounded up all the people who believed him and who were baptized. He's like, okay, you renounce your faith or you're going to share the same faith. Guy says, no, this is what I believe. He's like, okay, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill your wife. No, he's like, I'll not betray my Lord. I'm not gonna renounce it. Kills his wife. What about now? No, still leave. Kills his kids. No, and furious, enraged, kills him. Then eventually the chief actually comes to know Christ, and the whole village becomes saved because of that impact. So because of being persecuted and setting that example, led to that entire village getting saved.
That's right.
I wish I never did find the name of that hymn because it's like actually like the word that he said to the chief every time he asked him. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Oh, it was the I've decided to follow Jesus. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. So like no turning back.
Oh. Wow.
Let me see if it's the right one. Originates from the true soul. Blah 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 blah. Family faced execution by the chief for refusing to renounce their faith. This found defiant words forming the basis of the hymns and wavering courage. Even his wife and children were killed, ultimately led to the conversion of the chief and the entire village, sparking revival. So I have decided to follow Jesus. I can't remember the rest, but like each verse ends with no turning back. So it's kind of like his remarks towards the chief, which then led to him getting killed and his family, and then led the chief to revival.
Huh.
So yeah, kind of goes to show like, yeah, blessing those who persecute you can then also end up one day changing their lives as well.
Right. True.
But, yeah. I don't know if you got anything left on that one or move on to the next.
That's a lot of faith.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, literally, his wife and kids were then killed in front of him, and then, yeah, still refused to. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it is. All right, we'll go to verse 15. Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. So that one kind of goes back to kind of like being there for one another. But yeah,
Meet people where they are.
meet people where they are. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like we're all on different roads in our journey with Christ, but you don't know what anybody else is dealing with. But when you have the opportunity to be there for someone,
Yeah.
be there, and
Yeah. That's true. And you think about like Jesus with is it Lazarus? I
yeah.
always get my names mixed up. You know, how he went to be with the family knowing that he was gonna rise.
Oh yeah, and he's mourning with the family, and
Yeah.
one of the few times that Jesus cries. Yeah.
Like even if you know, like say your friend is going through something, you know they're gonna get through it and they're gonna be fine. But it's still
Yeah.
important to be with them in that moment.
Yeah, it's like one of the one of the many moments that we see the humanity, like how we said that Jesus was God and man, where we see the humanity
Yes.
come out. Because he's
Exactly.
feeling the pain of loss. Like he knows that he's going to bring him up from the dead, but it's still the loss of someone. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know, I feel like that one's kind of self-explanatory, though. So let's go with 16. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. So kind of going over to kind of the first few verses. But like how, like, I don't know, just being there for one another, but then also like, yeah, don't hold yourself in too high and mighty because like in God's eyes, we are equal in the sense of our sin. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do one sin and think that it's like not as bad or as somebody else's.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It is a crazy thing to think about, but murder and I don't know, greed are the same in
Yeah.
God's eyes.
Look at Paul and then Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
Both sinful, both got saved.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, let's go to 17. Unless you got anything else on that one. No. Do not repay anyone with evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone.
That one's hard.
That is. It kind of goes back to like the whole bit of like having zeal in the way of being proud of
Yeah.
what you believe, but then also being proud in it, but then also doing good on that as well.
Yeah.
Like not just saying it, but also proving it with your actions.
Yeah, and like what we were talking about earlier in terms of terrible things happening, but good things come out of them.
Yeah.
A lot of the times if something terrible happens to us, we want to counter-strike,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word, and cause something else bad to happen, but we don't know why the initial thing happened. If you just back away and don't act on your anger,
Yeah.
it will become clear to you.
Mm-hmm. Got anything else on that one? I don't really have, like I said before, we kind of...
This also reminds me, was it last week or 2 weeks ago that you and Rock were saying the thing about if life was fair, we'd all be
We'd
on
all
the
be
cross.
hanging on the cross, yeah.
Yeah. So, basically, if you think about it, it's like, if life were fair, we would all be having all kinds of stuff done to us all the time if people
Yeah.
were taking matters into their own hands.
Yeah, or if God was taking matters to his own hands and
Right.
Christ didn't come die for us, yeah.
Exactly. It's like, be thankful that it is the way it is.
Yeah, and also, be willing to share that with others and like prove like, hey, yeah, there's a way for you too.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to 18. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with... Oh, that's right. I used this verse a little while ago.
That's what I thought. It sounded very familiar.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, if it's... Yeah, let me start again. If it's possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. So, yeah.
You can only do what you can do.
Yep.
You cannot control how others react.
Yeah, and like you may be trying to have peace with someone, but yeah, they may also offer you... Or actually, the way... Actually, not the first time... Oh,